Well, a retired U.S. Air Force Colonel, Lieutenant Colonel, a law professor, and an ordained minister spoke in Billings over the weekend. MTN's David J. talked with John Edismo about his presentation on the historical and the logical foundations of the U.S. Constitution.
How do we create a government that has enough power to govern effectively, while at the same time restraining that government?
John Edismo says the United States Constitution is based on the Bible, including the Ten Commandments.
The values that we found our nation upon are found in those 10 commandments, like respect for life and the command, thou shalt not kill, respect for property and thou shalt not steal, respect for truth and thou shalt not bear false witness.
The Big Sky Worldview Forum invited Edismo, who is the legal counsel for the Foundation for Moral Law in Montgomery, Alabama.
And by understanding the Bible, reading the Constitution, you might even understand the Bible better too. They're kind of like maybe two sides of the same coin in a sense.
He says while separation of church and state is not in the First Amendment, the idea came from a Thomas Jefferson letter to the Danbury Baptists in 1802.
When he talked about this wall of separation, he meant it as protecting the church from the state.
Edismo has written 14 books and says the founders understood law is based on morality.
Morality ultimately has its source in religious belief. Whether you want to admit it or not, legislating is a moral and religious exercise. The framers showed a great deal of genius in the way they designed this Constitution, and I think we'd be better off if we stuck to it instead of trying to revise it and reinterpret it into something that they never intended it to be.
And he says all citizens can know and understand the United States Constitution.
Read the Bible, read the Constitution, study it, and the Constitution was certainly never written with the idea that only lawyers should know it. Take your beliefs and put them into practice. This is intended to be understood by the common man, and we should all be reading it. We should all be studying it.
David J., MTN News, Billings.
Through his work at the Foundation for Moral Law, he says he has handled cases involving some schools, Christian schools, public officials, and the Ten Commandments. He lives in Pike Road, Alabama.